Hello, my name is Julie. Welcome to my channel. You're watching Treasures Made from Yarn. And in this video, we're going over this genuine cotton yarn. You might have seen this yarn referred to as a beginner yarn. So I got this and another ball. I got it free off TEMU, playing TEMU games. Not much I can tell you about it. It looks like it's not your typical yarn. It almost looks like a cord, practically. Like I said, you've always seen it as a beginner yarn because it's probably beginner friendly. It's not going to fray. Not much I can tell you because it's mostly in Chinese, other than it is a 50-gram ball. It says, I found this on TEMU, but you can find it. I've seen it on Amazon too, and you can probably find it on other sites. You can probably find it on Shein too. So this one here I got in yellow. I got like 4 balls of it in this multicolored also. I was going to crochet a little bit with this. I think we are going to do a granny square. Like I says, it's not like yarn as you would think it. Like it says, it looks like a cord. I want to say it's close to maybe a 4, but I would think it would be a 5. But I'm going to try it with this J or 6mm hook. So I'm just going to crochet a little bit with this. I'm going to make a typical granny square, and offhand, it's not going to fray, which, I mean, it's big. It seems like it's working out pretty easy. My initial thought with this yarn was to make like a bag or basket, because I've gotten similar yarn like this before, and this one feels a little different. This looks like you could make a hat with this. But I'm going to make a granny square right now, so I'm going to make, yeah, I like how this works out. It says I would probably use this more for a bag. So I'm going to continue making the granny square, and then I can mix in a little of this, and you can see how this looks. Got you here. This is what I made so far in the granny square. Yeah, I really like how this feels. I had like this yarn similar to this that I used to make a bag. Even though I'm sure this is an acrylic blend, it feels softer than the yarns I've got before. That was kind of like this type. You might have seen it as t-shirt yarn, stuff like that. The really thick yarn which I use for a bag. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if you can see it. I used a thicker yarn to make this bag, and this feels having this. I guess I could say this feels more like a cotton than like the one I just showed you. Felt more like a nylon blend. But yeah, I liking how this looks. So I think I'm gonna plan on making a bag with this. But I was gonna show you how I was switch colors, because I don't like. I used to use the slip stitch to get to the corner space, but what I'll do is I'll pick up a new color. And I'm going to chain 4. I'm going to make sure that this other color that I plan on picking up next round is move it back a little bit, because I'm going to work in the space behind it, and then I'm going to work over the chain 4 I did, and then chain 3 like you would a granny square. Like it says, make sure you are going over the previous color so that it's behind it. And that's what I am doing That's how I do my granny squares. Now if I'm changing colors, or even not changing colors, going on to the next row, I'll crochet forward and go back and work into the space before it. And make sure that if I'm using a second yarn that I moved it back to like the right, and then crochet over it so it's like right here. When you'll go on to the next one. And that way, yeah, you can't even see how I brought it up in the back because it was underneath. Or maybe you might see a little bit because I brought it. It brings it up here, but there we are. That is genuine cotton yarn. I think the only downside is that usually it might be a little harder to finish. You might want to give yourself a little more tail to finish in the end because you ain't going to be able to weave it into the yarn, which is what I usually do when I finish off, but give yourself a little more room so you can weave it in more because it's not going to, like I said, I usually sew it into the strands, but you can't do it with this yarn. Other than that, I like it. I like the colors I had picked. And there are obviously varieties of colors out there. And probably not just on TEMU. So, alright, that is enough babbling by me. Let me know in the comments if you've used this yarn before and what you made with it. So, if you did like this video, please give it a like. If you want to see more content like this, please subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you always for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye now.